Have you seen this movie? Booyah! If you haven't, definitely, well, it's not for kids, but he's an anti-hero. Like, that's the problem with, like, one thing was like, why is it not for kids? Well, it's not for kids because it's an anti-hero, and kids are too young to understand what an anti-hero is. As well as things where it's like, oh yeah, I want to, they'll watch it and they'll be like, oh man, I want to be just like Deadpool. No. Deadpool is an anti-hero, okay? Superman is a regular hero, but at the same time, I worry about anyone who's like, yeah, my favorite character is Superman, because Superman superpowers play out like a child. It's like one of those things where, like, if you've ever played a game with a child where they change the rules so it just turns out that they win, that seems like who created Superman. But it was the point is that he is a flawed character. He's not necessarily the best good guy, but and once you realize that, you can understand that and enjoy the stories of it. That's like when the kids were young, it was like, hey, look, there's a cartoon, Futurama. You can watch Futurama. And then they're like, oh, man, I want to be just like Bender. Bender's so cool. It's like, no. Bender is a bad guy. Mostly bad. Yeah, he's kind of like a harp, but he's a bad guy. He's an anti-hero. And it's one of those things where, like, you got to understand that to understand the character in general. And it's like, he's not going to make the necessarily best decisions or have the best character pool of people that he hangs around with and stuff like that. He didn't necessarily make the best decisions because he's not necessarily 100% a hero. He's an anti-hero. But in a world of baddies, there's someone that's not as bad. Yeah, okay. But anyways, I enjoyed this second Deadpool so much. It was like one of those things where it was like Cable was an interesting add-on. I liked the character arcs in there, and Deadpool is just like a character that was just made for Ryan Reynolds. It's like Ryan Reynolds is being Deadpool instead of every other movie where Ryan Reynolds is just Ryan Reynolds. But well done, Domino in there, and that's not a superpower. Brad Pitt, just so I loved how the story played out and stuff like that. That was super fun. There was a few movies that basically played on that storyline, and it was super fun. The second Suicide Squad movie. So good. Anyways, yeah, fun. But yeah. Did I show you the back of there? Ooh. Oh man, I'm waking up. Thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow. Tune in for more. Later, y'all. Keep on watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe.